What's going on, guys? It's Jake Camaro here with another video for you, and today I'm going to be celebrating the second anniversary of my channel with a little update for you guys. Now, I know that my channel turned 2 years old on July 3rd, which was almost 2 weeks ago, and I have not posted a video of that because celebrating it earlier because one, while my channel actually celebrated its second anniversary of being created, I was on vacation up on Mackinac Island for the 4th of July, and then when I came back, I recorded a video, and for some reason, it just was not exporting. So, I'm gonna try this again and maybe do some troubleshooting. I decided to re-record the video just because that was from a while ago. I think I recorded on the 8th, so it would have been pretty outdated, and I wanted to record it a little bit sooner and give a couple more thoughts on some of the things I talked about. So this is going to be pretty casual. I'm not going to screw it up if I screw up like wording or something like I usually do with most of my videos. In the background, what you're seeing right now on the screen is just some Red Dead Redemption on my Xbox 360. I bought this game earlier in the summer, and me and my friends have been playing it. This was actually taken from the first time I played the game, so expect me to be pretty bad in the beginning, but I do get better as the video goes on. And I'm playing right here with the Ranger 99 and Too Legit to Quit. Sorry, all legitimate. He changes gamer tag. But anyway, a couple things. Let's just first talk about why I have not been uploading any real commentaries lately. First of all, I got a summer job at my dad's office, and I've been working on a lot of like programming stuff, lots of computer related studying like codes and stuff, and creating software. So I actually do that 3 days out of the week, and I'm there for the entire day. I go with my dad in the morning at about 8, and I don't come back until about 6:30. So it's a pretty long day, but I'm getting a lot of money, and I will use that money to improve the whole quality of my YouTube stuff, as well as purchase like video game related stuff. But pretty much what I'm going to be buying in the next couple of months will be 99% like having something to do with my YouTube channel, and improve the quality of everything, and just improve just how the videos look, how often I can upload the videos, what I can upload, and such. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason, I've just been, I don't know, very bored with video games lately. I don't know why. I think it's just because I've been playing video games for about 3.5 years. That's about 3.5 years of getting on my Xbox and playing like Call of Duty or something pretty much every single day. So I think I've just kind of been, I was a little overloaded with a lot of the gaming stuff, and I've really just been taking a break from the whole gaming front. Obviously, this fall I'll get back into it with the new consoles coming out and all the new games, but I just think for the summer I'm kind of taking a break from video gaming in general. So that's why I haven't really been recording videos lately. I'll try to maybe upload a little bit more as the summer goes on. I'm actually leaving on another vacation next Sunday, so next Saturday. So I'm not going to be able to upload any videos then. Obviously, that'll be 2 weeks. Won't get back until early August, and then my birthday and all that stuff. Cannot wait for my birthday. Got a lot of cool stuff in mind. I'm not really going to talk about it right now, but just keep in mind that it's going to really change my YouTube channel for the better. But so I'll maybe upload some videos in August, and then of course get back into school. I'm going into my junior year of high school, and it's going to suck because I'm taking a ton of really hard classes. I think I'm taking 2 AP classes, and then advanced math and all that kind of stuff. SAT and ACT, like testing later in the year. So probably don't expect a lot of videos during the school year. Actually, right now I'm even having to do some book reports for my 8th English class, reading My Antonia, and I'm not really liking it, and it's kind of annoying having to do homework in the summer, but hopefully that'll pay off with my GPA and with college applications and such, so I'm not too mad about that. But anyway, that's kind of why I have not been recording any YouTube videos. Another thing I really wanted to talk about was next-gen consoles. Actually, before I talk about next-gen consoles, I kind of want to do a mini little rant with you guys, because a couple days ago I was about to get on Xbox, Actually, was it Xbox or was it playing on my PS3? I think it was my PS3. Oh, by the way, my PlayStation 3, great system. I've been playing it pretty much every day since this thing occurred that I'll tell you about in a second. I've been playing it almost every day before then. And it's just a really good console. The games are nice, and online's pretty nice. The DualShock 3, I actually really like it, and I can't wait for the DualShock 4 with PlayStation 4. I've been playing like Killzone, Uncharted, The Last of Us, Gran Turismo, and I have a couple more collections on my Amazon wish list that I may or may not be purchasing within the next couple of months. So anyway, something happened a few days ago. I was getting ready to play on my PS3, and I turned on my Turtle Beach XP400s, and I heard a loud pop, and nothing happened after that, which was a very bad thing because that meant that my headset is not working. I tried to turn them on, and nothing happened, and then I tried to charge, and then the red light turned on, like indicating that it's charging, and then the red light turned off, and now I cannot do anything with them. So they're sitting right in front of me on my shelf, and I can't use them at all, which really, really sucks. I do have a mic for my Xbox. I have that like crappy black thing that comes with pretty much every single Xbox that's sold today. Wires right to your wired right to your controller. It has no like game audio or anything like that. It only goes over one ear, but that's another reason why I haven't been really playing video games all that often. So, because my headset broke, I'm going to have to, of course, purchase a new headset. And if you are familiar with gaming headsets or technology in general, they are not cheap at all. My Turtle Beach XP400s, I think, were $220. XP4, I said XP400s, right? Maybe I said XP500. I meant XP400 if I said XP500. Anyway, they were really, really expensive. So, I'm obviously not going to be going with Turtle Beaches because I think it's pretty much inexcusable that your headset would quit out just a little bit more than a year after I purchased it. I think I got it in April of 2012, so it has not been that long since I got these, and I've been taking really good care of them, you know, not overcharging them or anything like that. And of course, I'm not going to like step on them, like, very little scratches or anything like that. Actually, just a couple days ago, I took off the little like cellophane things that are on either side to protect the glossy surface from scratching. I took those off because they just were getting a lot of dust on them and stuff, and they weren't really sticking anymore. So I took those off, and it's pretty much mint condition. Obviously, it's not because it's broken, but I've been taking really good care of them, and they haven't been working. So I'm not going to be going with Turtle Beach next. I'm going to be going with Astros, and obviously I will be purchasing the A50s. Obviously, because of my whole setup right now. I know that I will be switching to a desk within the next 3 or 4 months, so that will be a little interesting having wireless headphones on my desk, but I really wanted to get wireless because of where I am right now with my TV sitting pretty far away from my couch where I'm sitting. So I want to go with the A50s, and they're not cheap at all. You probably know how expensive they are. They're $299, which actually is the price of the highest Xbox 360, the $299 250 gigabyte model, and then I think it's pretty much the price of most PlayStation 3s out on the market. It's really hard to actually just buy like a PlayStation 3 without games. Most of them are like bundles. There's like a Gran Turismo bundle and a God of War bundle. Because there's actually a white Super Slim, which looks really nice. If it was the normal Slim, it only came out in 2009, I would have bought it, but not a fan of the PS3 Super Slim. But so they have bundles and stuff. Most of them are $300. But I think I'm gonna get a lot of money, like a lot of worth out of the cost of the A50s. I think they're gonna give me a lot of good gaming, and I've heard that they have much longer lifespans than Turtle Beaches. I will be picking up the extended warranty because Turtle Beaches only come with a 1-year warranty, and of course my warranty expired in April of 2013. So you can't really do anything about it right now, but I'll get the warranty and then maybe a case and an extended optical cable. Also, I was reading on their forums, and they are pretty much certain that the A50s will work with the PlayStation 4, which is great because unlike the Xbox One, I don't want to buy another headset for the new consoles. I think with the Xbox One, I think it's pretty much been confirmed by most manufacturers that they will not, like, the Xbox One will not be supporting current generation Xbox 360 headsets, which really sucks because people spend a lot of money on those. But anyway, it'll probably work with PlayStation 4, which is great. And, you know, I'll just use it. I'll take it into the PlayStation 4 and continue to use it until it breaks, which I hope it doesn't for a very long time because I don't really want to be spending hundreds of dollars on gaming headsets every week. So anyway, that's what's new with me. I'll probably be purchasing them within the next couple of weeks. Probably when I come back from vacation, because I got my Killzone trilogy, like Blu-ray disc stuff. I ordered it before I left on a different vacation, and it said it was going to get there in 3 weeks, which probably about right now actually would be arriving. But it was sent out by Amazon early, and it came to my house, and no one was here. We did have some builders working on the pool, so they just brought it into our secondary like um, building on our property. We call it a barn, but it's really just like a big hollow building with a basketball court inside of it. But they took it in there, and I got it when we got home, and that was it. But of course, that was $50, and I don't want to have my $300 and some Astros because, of course, case and cables and warranties and stuff included in it, just sitting around. So I'll order it when we get back. But that's gonna put me in a tough spot because I have this thing called a master plan that I kind of at the beginning of the summer I sort out like what games I'm gonna be getting, and then I need to come up with like areas where okay, I need to make money doing this, and I need to make this much amount of money to order all these games. So then I have everything pre-ordered before summer's over, and then during the fall I get everything, and that's that. But this time around, since $300 is a lot of money, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I was hoping to purchase the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition Plus, very long name, I know. But then this problem with my Turtle Beaches appeared, and now I have to spend $300 to replace them. So, in terms of games, I won't be getting anything different. I'll still be purchasing pretty much everything, but it may be a while. I might have to wait to get my HD PVR2 until right before the PlayStation 4 comes out. Of course, that system only has HDMI, so I need the HD PVR2, since the HD PVR1 only does composite, which is fine right now since current generation consoles only display video, like they output in 720p. Xbox 360, it's upscaled in most games to 1080p, but it still pretty much looks like 720p. So it's not really a big deal right now. I kind of want to future-proof my setup, but that's not going to be happening anymore. But anyway, speaking of next-gen consoles, I am going to be going with the PlayStation 4 for many reasons. A couple big points is better specs, like GDDR5 memory and the CPU and all that. Just as much higher performance than the Xbox One. Not to say the Xbox One is like a slouch, but they're both very much next-gen consoles. But PlayStation 4, that extra RAM and CPU power will make it so that developers can get the very best amount of power out of the system in its later lifespan. In the beginning, of course, games are going to look pretty much the same, but in terms of first-party games or games that come out in a couple of years, I know I'm really bad at jumping, but oh my god. But in terms of games coming out in the next couple of years, maybe we'll see some graphical improvements on the PlayStation 4 that are not there on the Xbox One. That's one reason. Another reason, of course, that $400 price point, very, very appealing for me, especially since it doesn't come with any motion sensing stuff. But that's not a big deal to me because I'm not really into motion sensing. I actually unplugged my Xbox 360 Kinect because whenever I was on the treadmill watching YouTube videos, whenever somebody said Xbox in the YouTube video, it would screw everything up and rewind the video, fast forward, or sometimes even close the entire application. So, of course, you can't do that with Xbox One, so don't really like that. And of course, if you want to get the PlayStation Eye, I think it's just $60, which is really good considering the Kinect was $150. So that'll be good, and then the DualShock 4 and LEDs built in, so you kind of get like move-like functionality in DualShock 4, which is cool. If you don't know what the PlayStation Move it was pretty much Sony's way to compete with Microsoft and Nintendo with motion gaming. Didn't really do very well, but all Move remotes are backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. If you buy PlayStation 3, they'll also work with PlayStation 4. DualShock 3 obviously is not backwards compatible, but anyway, that's another reason why. And finally, I think just the lineup of games is more appealing to me. Of course, they've got Naughty Dog on their system. They've got Guerrilla Games creating Killzone, and of course Polyphony, Gran Turismo, and a bunch of other developers creating games. Of course, Destiny and a lot of Ubisoft titles are going to be receiving exclusive content for PlayStation 4. I think actually Watch Dogs is going to be getting an extra hour. I think the PS3 version of Assassin's Creed 4 is going to be getting an extra hour. On Amazon.com, it does not say that's coming to the PlayStation 4, but I really think it is. It just hasn't been completely confirmed yet. But that'll be cool. And then another cool thing is indie support. Now, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 do have some indie support. Actually, there's a lot of support on the Vita. There's actually a PlayStation Store, sorry, channel just dedicated for indie titles. So that's cool. But anyway, on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, there are some indie games, but there's not a lot. And kind of the whole like proposition with the PlayStation 4, one of the things Sony's talking about a lot with it is that it's very easy to develop for, so you can self-publish on PlayStation 4. Actually, their lead architect, Mark Cerny, I think his name, Cerny. He is making a pretty big deal about how they're trying to return the PlayStation 4 to kind of that early PlayStation type approach where it was very easy for anyone to make a game in a very short amount of time. And I really like that because of course, you'll have, the AAA like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Watch Dogs, and Assassin's Creed and stuff on the platform, but then they'll also have, stuff for the smaller, more independent studios to get some new creative IPs on the platform. So that'll be really exciting. I know that won't be for everyone. I think indie games are only for a specific class of gamer. I think a lot of gamers would rather just, play Call of Duty and stuff, which is fine. But I think that, it'll be pretty cool for the gamers who are interested in it. I've actually been playing indie games a lot on my Vita. I've played Limbo. That was really fun. I'm also playing Machinarium, I think it's called. Machinarium, something like that. It's the indie game about. It's like the puzzle game about like robots and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's not as touch enabled on the Vita. Like there's a cursor and like you drag the cursor with your finger and then you like click, or you can just use the sticks and like X button and stuff. So it's not as like touch enabled as say Angry Birds or something, but it's still pretty fun. And then another thing, I just don't like how Microsoft, screwed up the announcement of the Xbox One, although they have come out and, done a couple changes with the whole DRM and used game stuff. I still think that Sony came out in the very beginning and had great messages and stuff to share, and really, with the amount of information coming out of the PlayStation 4, it just keeps getting better and better, like, every single day. Like, a couple days ago, they announced that if you buy a game digitally, you can actually play it, sign into any console, and download your digital game onto their system, and you can play it on that system as long as they're signed in, which is something that's almost identical to what Microsoft had, but of course on the PlayStation 4 there's no DRM or used game restrictions, so that's really cool. It'll enable PlayStation 4 to kind of go into the next generation, because of course a lot of people are talking like, oh my gosh, PlayStation 4, it's not leading the future and it has none of these policies and it's going to hurt it in the future. But I think that Sony really understands everything, and for digital games, they're giving consumers options, and that's what I like about the PlayStation 4. If you wanna use digital and have get into digital games and have that like flexibility as to, like playing it on your friend's system or having that flexibility as to not needing to put a disc into the system, that's good. But if you want to have the freedoms of a disc-based game, like being able to take it over to anyone's house, give it to a friend, rent it, trade it, and stuff like that, you can do that too. So that's really cool. So I'll definitely be picking up PlayStation 4 on release date. I've already pre-ordered it, and of course I'm going to be getting all the launch titles. I think the 2 launch titles coming from Sony on day 1 are 3, Killzone Shadowfall, Knack, and Drive Club. And then, of course, games published by, I'm going to be getting Ubisoft games, Activision games, and of course, that's it. No, there's one more. Ubisoft, EA. Yeah, EA games. Wow, how can I not forget about EA? Voted worst company in the world 2 years in a row, but I think since they're kind of gunning for the not worst company in the world this year, because they got rid of the whole online pass stuff, and although the launch of SimCity was amazingly bad, they're trying to turn it around, so we'll see. But anyway, PlayStation 4, I've got it pre-ordered. I'm going to get two DualShock 4s. I'm not going to be getting the camera, because, at least on launch, because I don't really see a reason to get it in the beginning. Maybe once a good game comes out for it, I'll invest my money in it, but for right now, I just have no need to buy it, since I'm not really into motion gaming that much. But that's what I like, it's an option. If I want to get it, I can get it. If I don't want to get it, I don't have to get it, and it won't restrict my gaming in any way. So, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to add me on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, I'm both J Camaro S117. That O is a 0. I'll also have that in the description if I actually can get this video uploaded off my computer. But anyway, Add me if you want to. My friends list on Xbox Live is almost full, and I have no one on my PlayStation Network friends list. So definitely add me on there, because it gets a little lonely when you have no one to play with on PSN, even though there's no cross-game chat and stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, please thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.